comes out today. We're going to try and press them and trap them and try and speed them up. So we could hold them to 6, or we could give up 30 in the first quarter. So it really just depends on how well we can defend them. But we are going to be overly aggressive and overplay passing lanes, try and trap everything. So it's either going to work and make me look like a genius, or it's not, and we'll be down big early.
Well, I know one thing about John Lewis's ball club. When you take a shot, you better hustle, because they like to break off that missed shot, don't they?
Yeah, they do. And so we're going to make sure we have 2 people back at all times today when we shoot. So hopefully that'll negate some of their transition offense. And, like I say, we'll see what happens and see where the cards fall.
Coach, we're in the playoffs. We know that. But now you want to really kind of work up to that 6th spot, don't you?
Yeah, and I think if we just take care of business in the next 3 games, and even just by probably just getting 1 win, I think we'll probably be in that 6th spot. But, I'm the type of coach, and my girls are the type of girls that they don't want to settle for just 1 win in the next 3. We're definitely going to come out and compete for the next 3 and try and go 3-0.
All right, Coach, talk to you after the game.
All right, appreciate it.
So there you have comments from both coaches, and you want to mention that to Tim, because you miss a shot, you better sprint back down. This team likes whoever gets the rebound will outlet it, and away they go.
Yeah, they really do. And they like to run. They're a good ball club. When you talk about finishing in 6th place, and you think, what's such a big deal about finishing in 6th place? The Vikings are going to make the postseason conference tournament. But if they finish in 6th, they get a first-round bye. Do not have to play that playoff game to get into the 8-team bracket. If they finish, 7th, 8th, 9th, or 10th, then they're going to have to play that first-round play-in game, and so you'd like to have that bye if you're going to take a look at maybe advancing in the tournament, winning a couple, 3 games. So 6th place would be a big accomplishment.
All right, here are the starting lineups. First of all, for Mid-America, Megan Balcom, the 5'8 senior out of Olathe. Jasmine Webb, Dallas, Texas, 5'10 senior. Kalisha Weston, Seattle, Washington, 5'7 senior. Tristan Wicks out of Marysville, Kansas, a 6'3 sophomore. And then Bailey Reinhardt, a 5'9 sophomore out of Olathe. John Lewis is the head coach. This team is 16-3 in conference play, 21-5 overall, and they are nationally ranked. They're ranked 5th. For the Vikings, Ashley Ward, the 6'1 junior out of Springdale, Arkansas, getting a start again tonight, as is Julia Vasquez out of Earth, Texas, a 5'7 senior. Andressa Augusto at the point, 5'6 senior out of Sao Paulo, Brazil. In the middle, Kiana Horton out of Indianapolis, a 6'1 senior, honorable mention All-American. And, of course, Deidre McCoy, the Vikings' leading scorer, 5'9 sophomore, Hot Springs, Arkansas. Vikings in their home white with the orange trim, and the Pioneers in their dark blue with the MNU across the front and red trim. Their colors red, white, and blue. So we're about ready to go tonight. You're right, it's a Friday night. Wrestling here tomorrow, and hopefully at halftime of the men's game we'll get Mike Mockles on to talk about the big wrestling tournament going on tomorrow. So sit back and enjoy, whether you're listening or watching on moval.edu, as we are set for basketball tonight. The Vikings.
I imagine when we get finished tonight, you'll see wrestling mats just appearing out of nowhere, and all of a sudden we'll be on the floor.
They will start setting up as soon as the men's game is over. We're ready to go. Kiana Horton in the jump circle for the Vikings. Ball is in the air, and it is controlled by MNU as Tristan Wicks wins the jump. The Vikings, man-to-man defense. You heard Coach say they're going to try to press, and here is a 3 by Balcom at the top of the key. Came off a screen, and quickly MNU up 3-zip.
That's the girl you've got to stop, Megan Balcom. She averages 14.3 points a game, has started for 3 years now.
Here's Deidre, drives left side, takes it in, strong move off the glass, no good, fights for her own rebound, can't come away with it. Reinhardt has it for MNU. The Pioneers quickly into the forecourt as they like to do. Weston goes baseline, cut out by Vasquez. Now they drive it underneath, and wide open for the layup is Tristan Wicks, went right by Kiana Horton. 5-0, the visitors with the lead.
Kiana's got to put up a little bit more resistance there.
Here is Augusto, top of the key, working against Weston around the screen. Now cut off by Balcom. Dribbles out by the Viking at midcourt. 15 on the shot clock. We've played 1 minute. Horton off to McCoy. 9 on the shot clock. Now the bench starting to count down. Here's Horton. Little spin away, fade away in the lane. No good.
Good move.
The rebound.
Good move by Kiana, though. Went up strong, just missed it.
Rebound pulled down by Wick. So here they come. Skip pass all the way across to Weston. Baseline. Underneath again to Tristan. Puts up the shot, and she's going to be fouled. This time she went to the left side, and Horton with the first foul. Joe, as you pointed out, they have to have a little tougher defense, and you can't let her have that low block.
No, you got to keep the ball away from her. I don't think Wick shoots that well from the outside, but you let her get that low block position. She's a pretty good-sized girl, and she's going to be tough to stop in there.
And she hits the first free throw, so she quickly has 3 points, and the visitors off to a 6-0 lead in the first minute and a half.
They list Tristan Wicks at 6'3". She's a sophomore.
Hits both free throws. A good touch at that line. She has 4 points, and the Vikes trailing 7-0. Need a bucket. Here's Ashley Ward, kicks it back out to Augusto, and she again is guarded by Weston. They post McCoy at the free throw line, get it to her. Right back it comes to Augusto, and she scores. A little give and go, and nobody picked up Augusto. She kind of was picked off by that screen, and she had an easy one. Now Reinhardt travels as she drives the left side. Wide open baseline, but boy, she took about 3 steps, kind of standing in place before she took off.
Well, a good job by Deidre McCoy. She drew the double team at the high post that last possession for the Vikings, and Dress Augusta cut wide open, so Deidre, good recognition.
Now they give it to McCoy, and she drives to the basket and scores, and that's what they want to do. If they double team her, she gives it off. If not, she drives to the bucket, and she did there, 7-4.
Good move.
Here's Wicks driving right side, throws it up, too strong. Pinballs off the rim, grabbed by Horton. Off to Augusto. Vikes down 7-4. Augusto into the forecourt. Boy, I thought she was going to stop and launch a 3 from the top of the key, but instead she'll set up the offense now. Working that left side around a screen by McCoy. Keeps the dribble alive, works all the way to the right side. 12 on the shot clock, 7:31 to go, first quarter. Long shot by Augusto off the heel of the rim. And the rebound, Balcom. Here comes Megan Balcom. Where's number 10 on that MNU uniform? To Wicks. Wicks goes baseline. Reinhardt, 8-footer, good. Left baseline for Reinhardt. And it's 9-4. That stops the 4-0 Viking run.
Well, good play by Wicks. She drew the double team that time, found Bailey Reinhardt wide open on the baseline for that 12-foot jumper.
Augusto starts to work the left side, back to the middle of the floor, around a screen, double screen really, if you will, by Horton and McCoy. Now they give it off to Vasquez, and Julia may have been held and fouled at the top of the key, and I think they're going to call this one on Kalisha Weston, her first. Natalie Felipe, the 5'11 freshman, checks in for the Crusaders, or rather for the Pioneers.
You're still in Springfield.
I'm still in Springfield from Wednesday night.
I left my heart in Springfield. I left my heart in San Francisco, isn't it? But the other night it was Springfield.
Springfield. There is Ward underneath. McCoy gets in the lane. Her jump hook is blocked by Felipe. It goes out of bounds. It'll belong to the Vikings.
Yeah, nice drive that time is Deidre. Deidre needs to keep taking that ball to the rack, and she'll get a few blocked, but she'll draw some fouls also.
In it comes to Horton. Horton baseline. Back out front to Ward. She'll drive right side all the way to the basket, put up the shot. And this one is blocked. I think it's Felipe again. And now we're down to 11 on the shot clock as the Vikings will inbound. Augusto to inbound this one. Gets it into Vasquez in the corner. Julia puts it on the floor. Down to McCoy. Back to the baseline. Augusto hits the jump shot. Good ball movement. Augusto now has 4. It's 9-6. Valley back within 3. And here come the Pioneers. But McCoy is quickly down court and steals the pass in the lane. Augusto the other way. As the Vikings give it off to McCoy, top of the key. Underneath the Horton. Her fade away. Too strong. Balcom with yet another rebound. Long outlet pass to Felipe. Drives right side on Ward. Bump. And the basket, I think, will count.
Yep.
Felipe with it, and that's what they do so well is whoever gets the rebound, they just turn and head down court.
Well, that time they had a 2-on-1, and a nice take by Natalie Felipe as she launched the ball up off the right baseline, drew the foul, and nothing but net on the shot. So Vikes, a good run there to get back in it. Now it's a chance for a three-point play by Mid-America.
Ashley Likens checks in, and Whitney Mois is also in the game, the 6'3 freshman. Free throw good, three-point play is completed by Felipe. So it's 12-6. Vikings with the ball. Baseline, Ward will fire. It's a little long. Rebound comes down to Weston. And here they come again. Weston this time on the dribble, right side. Kicks it off into the corner. Long three, up and good. This one by Ashley Likens. And it's 15-6, just like that, a 9-point advantage for the Pioneers.
Yeah, the Vikes were within 3, and then a conventional three-point play, then that three-point shot by Likens, and all of a sudden a 3-point lead's a 9-point lead.
Jasmine Webb, I believe, picked up the foul. And let's see who's checking in for the Leah Courtney is coming in. Where's number 24? First time we've seen her in the action. Vikings down by 9. Augusto to inbound. Has to get it in. Close to a 5-second count, and she did not pull the trigger on that pass. Couldn't find anybody open. Turnover, and the ball comes back to the Pioneers.
I'll tell you, this Mid-America team plays great defense. They only give up 57 points a game, held the Vikings to 51 when those two teams played back in Olathe.
Now here's Weston into the corner. Another three. This one won't go. Rebound Augusto. Felipe missed that one. Augusto will bring it to the middle of the floor. Stop of the free throw line. Bump. Dives to lob it inside to Augusto, but it's knocked away. Now Weston has it. She brings it left side all the way to the rack. Takes it inside the lane. Missed it. Felipe with a rebound. Or check that. Moa with a rebound, and she's fouled.
Yeah, Whitney Moa, pretty good-sized girl. They list her at 6'3". She's from Dublin, Ireland, and she got that offensive rebound. She will be on the line for 2 shots, and I think that foul is going to come up on Julia Vasquez. That'll be Julia's first. That's team foul number 3 on the Vikings this quarter.
Well, the Vikings are going to bring in some substitutes. First free throw by Moa is no good. The Pioneers are 3 out of 4 from the line. And let's see, Savannah Enlow, I think, checked in. Yeah, she came into the game, and Ward left. Second free throw by Moa, also no good. Horton with a rebound, so fouled, but could not convert on either one. So here come the Vikes down by 9, 15-6, 4:53 to go. McCoy wheels right side to Enlow. Enlow loses the dribble, picks it up, goes to McCoy, drives baseline all the way underneath, throws up the shot, hits the deck, and she'll go to the line and shoot 2. There cannot be a part on her body that isn't bruised.
And there can't be a spot on this floor she's not landed on at one time during this season.
Well, she'll be at the line to shoot 2. 15-6, Valley trailing. The last time these teams met, it was close at the end of the first quarter, 18-16, and then the Pioneers got away in the second quarter, outscoring the Vikings 22-11. McCoy hits the free throw, her first or third point.
And one thing about Deidre, when she hits the deck, there are no tears, no sympathy. She just jumps right up and does it again.
Gets right back up and goes at it. She'll have another one. And the second free throw rattles in and out. McCoy offensive rebound, or rather Horton offensive rebound off the McCoy miss, and now she can't score. So here come the Pioneers again underneath. Reverse layup, no good by Felipe. They get it to the free throw line, and the 15-footer is good by Likens. She has 5, and it's a 10-point advantage. 4:24 to go. Augusto lobs high post to Kiana. Kiana turns, faces the basket, puts it on the floor, spins to the basket, and lost it out of bounds. Tried to go back to the left and just lost it out of bounds, and give Tristan Wicks credit. She didn't leave her feet, wasn't fooled by the head and shoulder fake, stayed right with her.
Stayed on the ground and stayed right between Kiana and the basket, and that's what you do. When you've got that kind of size, you don't have to jump that much.
17-7, 4 minutes to go in the first quarter, as the Pioneers lost their last game at home. Trying to get back, start another winning streak. Here is Wick inside, has the shot blocked, but an offensive rebound put back up and in by Webb. So they missed the first shot. Someone got a partial of that of Wick, but right there is Webb to put it back in. The Vikes find themselves down by 12. Winston will check in. High post they go to underneath. They get it now to Kiana Horton. Misses a shot off a nice assist by McCoy, but she'll go to the line and shoot 2.
Yeah, good take that time by Kiana. Got down the baseline, and again, she went up strong, and that's why she was fouled as opposed to having her shot blocked. So good drive that time. Let's see if Kiana can knock down a couple of free throws.
And the foul is on Tristan Wicks. First free throw, good.
Some guy from Mid-America sitting right in the front row in a red shirt. Every time a Viking shoots a free throw, woo,
sounds like a wounded bird. I remember him from Olathe.
That is going to get old before the night's over.
I remember him from
Let's
Olathe.
see if he does it this time.
First free throw is good by Horton.
Didn't bother her that time.
Raina Smith is in. Augusto will take a break.
There he goes.
3:40 to go.
No, there's not a bird in here. That's a Mid-America fan.
And she hit them both. Well, maybe we ought to keep it going. She missed a few free throws in her last 2 games. 19-9, it's now she's going to check out, and Alicia Winston comes in.
Lindsay Denny also in the Viking lineup, so it's McCoy, Denny, Enlow, Raina Smith, and Alicia Winston, the 5 on the floor for Valley right now.
Malcolm skip pass across to Reinhardt, now underneath the Wicks. Takes it underneath the basket in the lane, kicks it back out. Reinhardt open for a 3 and hit it. She was double teamed, knew somebody had to be open. It was Reinhardt. She buries the triple. It's 22-9. What a quarter for the Pioneers, and we still have 3:15 to go. Enlow, top of the key, tries to get around a screen by McCoy. Now keeps the dribble alive. Baseline left side, back to Raina. Raina working against Balcom, steps in the lane, throws it right to Reinhardt as she was trying to get it to Enlow. Another turnover. And here comes Felipe, free throw line, gets through traffic, up and in. And boy, I'll tell you what, this has not been a good first quarter for the Vikings. They're down 24-9.
Yeah, and you want to get off to a good start against this team. You didn't know how Mid-America would come out after that tough loss, but they've come out of smoking. And now Tim Dixon takes a timeout with 2:46 left in the first quarter. The Vikings down right now 24-9.
Well, he was worried about that. Tim said in our pregame interview, we're either going to get off, we're going to play that pressure defense, and if we can hit some buckets, we'll be right there. If we don't, it could be trouble. And, well, they didn't hit those buckets, and you just have to give Mid-America Nazarene credit. They're a pretty good ball club.
Yeah, they are. They're a good team, and I'm really surprised. I really thought they had a good shot at beating Central Methodist at home. But boy, Central 71-59. So the Eagles took care of business. You've got to give them credit. I mean, they've played very well. Their only loss, that road loss to Grandview during the first round, and they've been impressive.
And that's a sign of a good team, Joe. Close games like CMU had right here, but they found a way to force the Vikings into turnovers and then hit the big shot. They did the same at Culver. Didn't play all that well, but got the shot to get out of there with the win, and that's what good teams do.
Very few teams that win championships win by double digits every time. They've got some games they've got to pull out down the stretch, and that's what separates the good ones from the average team.
Well, John Lewis has to be very pleased with this first quarter. It's 24-9, and there's 2:46 to go in the first quarter. This team averages only 73 a game, Mid-America, but they only give up 58, so they're on pace to score well over that tonight. And now almost another turnover. It is another turnover as Winston can't hang on to the pass. Reinhardt takes it all the way, and the shot was blocked by McCoy. Goes out of bounds and belonged to the Pioneers. Deidre hustled down, got the block.
Deidre had that look on her face. You ain't getting it that easy.
Vikings already with 4 turnovers. Top of the key, they work it to Webb. Now to Balcom at the top of the key. Right back to Wicks. He takes Winston baseline, puts it up, can't get it. Offensive rebound, Webb. Dribbles out of the paint, and they'll reset with 2:18 to go in the quarter. Once again, underneath, they get it to Webb. Her shot is good. Nice give and go. Webb from Weston. Webb has 4. It's 26-9. We still have 2 minutes to go in the quarter.
And 6 different girls for MidAm have scored at least 4 points in this quarter.
Now they give it off to Denny. Denny goes baseline. Underneath. Deidre from the left side. Her shot won't go. Kind of a little fadeaway wouldn't go. Here comes Weston. Right down the middle into the corner to Balcom. Bang. Balcom hits the triple.
I think that was Reinhardt, I believe.
Was that Reinhardt?
That was Reinhardt, I think.
Oh, okay. Reinhardt hit that triple. She has her second triple. She now has 8, and it's 29-9. Wow. Raina Smith, Winston top of the circle. With the dribble, 1:23 to go. Vikings really look out of sync offensively, and part of that's due to the MNU defense. Now, Alicia heads inside, and she's going to take a shot, I guess was blocked out of bounds. 1:14 to go, and it is all MNU right now.
Morgan Smith and Ashley Ward check back in for the Vikings. Whitney Moir comes in for Mid-America.
Coach is trying to find some combination here. Wow, it's a 20-point game with 1:14 to go. 4 on the shot clock. Raina's got to inbound and does now to Ward. They're going to have to shoot it. Down to 2, down to 1. She did not recognize the fact there was only 4 on the shot clock, and that's a shot clock violation. The ball comes back to the Pioneers.
Yeah, what a
Do we have a mulligan here?
I don't know, a do-over? I don't know.
First tee, sometimes you give me a mulligan.
If I was playing, I'd take one.
I'd take one right now. We've got to come ready to play against this bunch, and the Vikings have a tall hill to climb. Now here's a 3. This one is no good, but another offensive rebound. Here's Balcom's 3, and it's good. Well, Reinhardt hit the last one. Balcom goes to the corner where Reinhardt was, and she buries a triple. She has 6 now.
That seems like a good place to shoot from right there.
32-9. 35 seconds to go in the quarter. Here's Reyna. There's just nowhere to go. Smith drives in, and that's going to be an offensive foul.
I don't know. I didn't see that, but they're going to call it, I think. Did they say Reyna pushed off with the elbow on the drive? I guess. I didn't see it, but that's what the call was.
Wow, so she picks up a foul. The Vikings have 3 points from McCoy, 2 for Kiana, 4 for Augusto, and they trail 32-9. And there's about a second difference between the game clock and the play clock. So the Vikings can, or the Pioneers can pretty much play for the last shot. Here's Weston, top of the key, and Enlow on her. 13 seconds to go. Now Weston down the middle, loses it, and it's picked up by Ward. The Vikings have 8 seconds. Here comes Ward across the timeline. Down the middle, all the way to the basket, loses the ball, picks it back up, puts up a shot. She's fouled by Moir, and that'll be a shooting foul with 2.1 seconds to go in the quarter.
Yeah, good job by Ashley Ward. She missed the first shot, but got a rebound, gave that head and shoulder fake, got Moir off her feet, and draws the 2-shot foul.
Vikings only 25% in this quarter, 3 out of 12.
Yeah, been a rough quarter. There's that whoop again.
Yeah, right. Let's see if we can knock it down.
It really has not affected the Vikings much at all. I've got them at 4 out of 5 from the stripe in the first quarter.
4 out of 5, and they've needed every one of them.
Only 3 field goals.
Second one is rattling home by Ward. 32-11, half-court shot by Balcom is well short. But what a quarter for the Pioneers. They lead at 32-11, and taking a look at a few of the statistics, field goal percentage, the Vikings just 23%, 3 out of 13. MNU 12 out of 21, 57%. The Vikings 0 for 2 from beyond the arc. MNU 5 out of 8. Valley 5 out of 7 from the free throw line. But Joe, the Vikings already have 7 turnovers, only 3 for MNU. The Vikings had 26 in the first meeting, but already 7 turnovers.
Well, Mid-America on pace to score 128 points in this game, so we need to slow them down some way, shape, or form.
Yeah, they have they were pretty impressive in that first quarter. And unofficially, had Balcom with 6, Webb had 4, Wicks had, 4? What'd you have Reinhardt with, 8?
I had Reinhardt with 8, yes, 2 threes and a 2-point
Felipe
field goal.
had 5, and Likens had 5, I believe.
And for the Vikings, 4 points for Augusto, 3 for Deidre McCoy, and 2 each for Kiana Wharton and Ashley Ward, and that's it.
So it is a very impressive first quarter by MNU. And by the way, glad to have you with us. I know some of the coaches in the Heart of America Conference may be viewing and listening tonight as they will all play tomorrow, and a lot of MNU fans watching the broadcast tonight. So glad to have you with us. I'm Ken Cuiaba, Joe all alongside, and so far the Pioneers have not been very kind visitors, have they?
No, they've come out with a vengeance after that loss the other night. But let's see if the Vikings get some rhythm here in the second quarter.
Winston had about a 7-footer from the baseline. She can't hit it. Rebound pulled down by Wicks, and here come the Pioneers. Balcom didn't see anything she liked down low, so she brings it back out between the circles. Vikings in the man-to-man defense. 9:36 to go, first half. Here's a little step back that's up and no good. Winston with a rebound. That shot was missed by Felipe. Raina Smith in the lane, kicks it back out to Morgan McSmith. Now Enlow swings it back to Ward on the left side. McSmith on the baseline, takes it baseline, cut off there, however, by Likens. And they'll pass it around the perimeter. 8 on the shot clock. Long three, Raina Smith won't go. Offensive rebound, Ward, and she scores. Ashley Ward snuck in there, got an offensive board, put it back off the glass.
Ashley not that big, but she got great position that time and nailed it. She's got 4 points now.
Felipe, top of the key to Likens. Likens, back to Felipe. Wheels in the lane and may have been fouled by Enlow. She was.
Yep, it's all going in.
Push.
That's Savannah's first foul. You know, you look at the Vikings scoring, say only 11 points in the first quarter, but this team plays very good defense, this MidAmerican.
Yep.
Not a lot of passing lanes. They're big and physical inside. You got to work for everything against them.
Yes, you do. Likens, now they dump it right down to low and I think traveling on Tristan Wicks. They dropped it down low to her. She got in the lane, tried to go to the right, back to the left, and walked with it.
And Alicia Winston did a very good job of cutting Wicks off that time. Did not leave her feet, did not give her a path to the basket, and forced that turnover.
Here's Raina, top of the key. Now starts to work the right side. 8:34 to go in the half. Enlow against this man-to-man defense. Takes it to the middle of the floor. A little spin move. Tries to force one baseline to Ward, and it's taken away. Now Morgan McSmith with a steal. Back to Ward. Layup rolls off, no good. And a timeout taken by John Lewis as the rebound pulled down by Jasmine Webb. And John Lewis not happy with something he saw there.
He can't be unhappy with too much that's happened now. It's wholesale changes for the Vikings. 5 new people are going to come back into the lineup.
Augusto, I know Horton's going to come back in. We'll
Deidre McCoy, I think, is coming in. Yep.
Right. So they'll all come back
we'll call
in.
them when they come out.
The Wednesday night scores, the winners anyway, Wednesday night were Culver over Avila. Grandview beat Peru. Benedictine came from behind to beat Baker at home. They're still undefeated at home. The Vikings won in Springfield. William Penn won at Graceland, and it was CMU over this Mid-America team, 71-59 in Olathe. We'll talk about tomorrow's schedule, the other games tomorrow when we get an opportunity. All right, 32-13 with 8:11 to go in this first half. Webb in the corner to Felipe. Skip pass all the way back to Likens. High post to Webb. Webb double team, gives it off to Weston. Weston back into the corner. Now they'll work it down low to Webb. Left-hander, turnaround 7-footer, good. Webb has 6. He averages 13.2 a game, 34-13.
Good defense by the Vikings, but very good ball movement by Mid-America that time.
Recognizing and finding the opening gal. Now Augusto gets around a screen by Horton. Top of the key to Deidre. McCoy puts it on the floor, gets in the lane, spins to the left, puts up the shot, won't go, may have been partially blocked. Now a foul's going to be called on McCoy, I think, as she tried to take the ball away from Felipe.
Deidre committed the foul, but did not go to the ground.
Nope. And that's her first. I'm not putting the team fouls up, but I have the Vikings with 5. Unofficially.
That's what I've got.
All right, here come the Pioneers again with this big lead. Here's Webb around the screen, baseline, floats one up, won't go. Lindsay Denny with a rebound, off to Raina. Raina all the way to the basket. Fires one up off the board, no good. McCoy with a rebound, won't go. Horton with a rebound, won't go. Horton gets it back, puts it up. It's
good job.
Foul.
Good job, Kiana. Boy, good job staying right after it. And the third time's the charm, and Kiana missed 2, but put that third one up and got fouled. So good job by the senior out of Indianapolis.
Leah Courtney will come in. Reinhardt comes back in.
That's the second foul on Whitney Moore.
And Tristan Wicks back in. Let's see if Kiana can complete the three-point play. She has 4. It averages 11.2 a game. And coming in for the Vikings will be Alexis Boyd Lockett. Let's see if Kiana can complete the three-point play with the wounded parrot in the background.
I don't know what that call is.
I think if I was in a rainforest somewhere and I heard that, I would not like it.
No. Wait, I mean, he does it every time a Valley girl shoots a free throw.
All right.
Yeah, I don't think that'd be a friend. That's not the sound of a friend.
All right, here's Reinhardt for three. This one won't go. Another offensive rebound by Felipe.
How many's Felipe got?
Off to Weston. Now she throws a pass inside. It's taken away by Reyna. 34-16. Here come the Vikings. Reyna spins in the lane. Gives it back out to Boyd Lockett. Lockett top of the key. Back to Denny. High post. They tried to get this one inside. It was knocked away from Horton. Picked up by Denny. Her shot no good. Now another rebound by Weston. Quickly ahead to Felipe. Felipe stops. Pops. 13-footer. Good. And a foul on him.
It's going to be a foul on the Vikings away from the ball. I think the basket's going to count, and I think Mid-America's going to get the ball. I think that was a foul away from the shot. The basket went in.
I think Weston got the bucket.
Yeah.
And then a foul on Reyna, her second. And it was after the shot. And that is the sixth team foul.
It's only the third this quarter, so.
With only the third this quarter, you're right. Here's Balcom for three. She now has 9. 39-16, 6:11 to go. What a performance to this point by the Pioneers. They've picked up 3 fouls. The Vikings only 1 here in the quarter. Here's Deidre. Almost throws it away and does. Another turnover. Balcom double teamed in backcourt. Vikings now have 9 turnovers, and now they take it away. McCoy with it off to Reyna Smith for the layup. So they turned it over, but they come right back. The takeaway by McCoy. Reyna gets the layup. The other way, quick pass underneath to Wicks, and she is stripped by Boyd Lockett.
Oh, that was a clean steal that time by Alexis Boyd Lockett. Great
now she
hand.
throws it away. She tries a cross-court pass. This one is picked up. Here come the Pioneers, and the bucket by Weston as she takes it coast to coast after the steal, 41-18.
Wow.
Woo.
Nice play, though, by McCoy and
Yeah.
Reyna Smith. They double-teamed Balcom, got that steal, and McCoy hit Reyna for the bucket.
High post to McCoy. McCoy's going to take the 15-footer. It won't go. Another rebound by Wicks. Weston quickly to Balcom. Balcom into the corner to Reinhardt.
Yeah, she shuffled her feet.
Well, here comes
and for the
Ward
second time
and
today,
Lowe.
5 new players into the Viking lineup.
McSmith, Augusto,
Vasquez,
and Vasquez.
Julia Vasquez.
Now this is a short lineup.
Yeah, Morgan McSmith, the tallest player on the floor for the Vikings right now. What do they list Morgan at? She's not a, she's a decent-sized girl, but only 5'8". She's the biggest Viking on the floor right now.
So here we go. Augusto at the top of the key. Down 41-18. Ward takes it inside. She traveled with it. Another turnover by Valley.
I think right now, Coach Tim Dixon just trying to find some combination that can put some kind of a break on this Mid-America offense.
4:53 to go in the half, 41-18. Now Webb off to Felipe, outside Balcom, fires another 3, hits another 3. She has 4 of them now. 44-18, folks.
Megan Balcom, another senior we will not mind seeing graduate.
Here's a steal by Weston, layup good, and wow, right now the route is on. 46-18. We still have 4:27 to go in the first half. Wow. Another turnover as Augusto high dribble. If she hadn't done that, Weston was going to have a steal anyway. Joe, I have 13 turnovers now for Valley.
Now Michaela Higa comes into the lineup.
Michaela Higa, a
Michaela
Hawaiian.
Higa, yep.
That's one of those halves for the Vikings. There's just not much going right here.
It's Ward, McSmith, Enlow, Higa, and Julia Vasquez on the floor right now.
Into the corner to Balcom. Balcom double team. They swing it around to Reinhardt. Baseline to Felipe. Back out to Reinhardt. Top of the key to Weston. Back into the corner to Reinhardt. Saves it right in front of Tim Dixon. 10 on the shot clock. Balcom, they chase her, won't let her pull the trigger on the 3. Back to the baseline again. Now Balcom's open. 5th three-pointer.
Wow.
5th three-pointer. Folks, it's 49-18.
What is she? What's she what for what? She's 5
they'll have to
out of
check
about
that.
6 or 7, I
She
think.
has not missed many. It is 49-18. Higa, top of the key. Trying to get it to Vasquez, and the Vikings, on the other hand, just 18 points at this point. Julia tries a three. It's way off the mark. Felipe with the rebound. Julia asking about Balcom. She's 4 out of 5, all from beyond the arc.
I've got
5 out of 6.
5 out of 6. Yeah, she
now
had missed
inside the lane, another bucket. I believe that was Felipe who got that one. As they work it inside, it's 51-18.
We questioned at the top of the game, would Mid-America come out flat after that tough loss? The answer,
no. 51-18. Here's Ward driving baseline. She's going to be fouled, and that will be the 4th foul of the quarter, and that's on Reinhardt. Bailey picks up her first foul, I think. Yep. And Likens will come back in.
Vikes need to get a little run before the half. You need to get with 3 minutes left, need to put something together here to go into the locker room with a little bit of momentum.
Higa, top of the circle as the Pioneers stay in that man-to-man. Enlow doesn't pull the trigger on the shot. Balcom right with her. Back to Morgan McSmith. She'll drive left side all the way to the basket. Carried the ball. It goes in. It's going to count. And
nice
a foul.
Drive. That's nice drive by Morgan. Went all the way to the rack. And I think she laid that up with the left hand, didn't she?
Good job by Morgan McSmith. Her first bucket gets the Vikings to 20. It's 51-20.
There's the bird again.
And she hits the free throw. 3-point play. 51-21, 2:45 to go. Back out to Balcom at the top of the key. They try to trap her. She gets it off to Likens. Likens baseline. Now to Felipe, spins, 10-footer inside the lane, rolls in, and Felipe having a nice half.
7, yeah. 7 for her.
Yeah, 53-21. Man. Now Enlow on the wing right side, 2:14 to go. Back to Ward, top of the circle to Higa. Enlow open, pops a three. This is short. Higa fights for the rebound. She hits the deck.
Somebody might have shoved her in the bag. Michelet Higa got good position that time, and now here come 4 new Vikings in. 5 new Vikings. Raina Smith, Kiana Wharton, Deidre McCoy back in, Lindsey Denny. So Tim Dixon going the platoon system right now. But good hustle by Higa that time to get good position.
2:06 to go in the half. Boyd Lockett, top of the key. 2 minutes to go. 53-21. Boyd Lockett spins, almost double dribbled with it. Now Horton, top of the key. Kiana has 5 points. Takes 1 dribble. Gives it off to Raina. Raina drives right side. Stops. Nowhere to go. That baseline cut off. Back to McCoy. She says, I'll drive the baseline. Now dribbles it off the foot of Horton. Gets it back. Hits the side of the backboard. Goes out of bounds. And the ball belongs to the Pioneers.
Oh. And Deidre looks like maybe she's shaking up. Now she gets up. Now she looks like maybe took a shot. I think it maybe took a shot in the gut. I'm not sure.
Yeah, she's kind of limping. She says, I'm going to stay in there. 53-21, 1:38 to go. Ward's going to come in, and that probably will get Deidre out of the game. Deidre with just 3 points.
Deidre says, you can come get me, but I'm not coming out.
She turned and walked away like, maybe she won't see me. All right, Jasmine Webb to inbound. It has been quite a performance here by these Pioneers. Tim Dixon still coaching. Skip it across to Weston. Baseline, Webb. Free throw line. Now they give it back. Balcom. This one misses, and the rebound comes down to Horton. So she is now 5 out of 7, all from beyond the arc. And now a tie ball as the ball gets away from the Vikings. Boyd Lockett hits the deck. So does Weston. It should be Valley ball.
Kalisa Weston got in and knocked that one away from Wharton. Good hustle by Alexis Boyd Lockett to tie her up. But alternate possession rule, ball stays with the Pioneers.
1:18 to go. Give it into Wicks. Back to Weston. Top of the circle to Reinhardt. 1:12 left. All MNU in this first half. Balcom goes baseline. Now they'll bring it back to the center of the floor with Webb. Skip it back to the right wing. To Balcom. Nice move. 16-footer from just outside the free throw line is no good. Boyd Lockett with a rebound, pushes it up to Ward. Ward spins. Ashley takes it all the way to the rack, lays it in. And Ward now has 6, and she's the leading scorer for the Vikings.
You know, in the last few games, she's been doing a great job taking the ball to the basket.
Now Balcom misses a 14-footer from the right wing. Back to Boyd Lockett. Here comes Valley. Boyd Lockett stops, gives it off to Reyna. She'll launch a 3. Left wing won't go. Rebound Horton saves it, but she saves it right to Webb. 29 seconds to go. 2 seconds difference between the shot clock and the game clock. And Balcom, the wise senior, says we'll slow things down here. What a first half, 53-23. Balcom still looking for help. Now gives it to Reinhardt off to Webb. Webb left side. That left-handed shot is good. She has 8. And the onslaught continues. And they put that one in with about 2 seconds to go. What a first half by MNU as they put 55 points on the board. Joe, they average 73 a game, and they put 55 on the board there in the first half.
Yeah, they didn't do too much wrong, and a 32-point lead at the intermission, and you just have to, if you're Coach Tim Dixon, Coach Tom Hebb, Coach Amy Briggs, you just have to tell your girls, hey, let's get something out of this second half. Let's go out and play a good half. That's about all you can say right now.
Yeah, all right, 55-23, all MNU, and we'll be back and take a look at the scoring and the stats in a couple of minutes.
The following message is brought to you by Goodwill and the Ad Council.
The inherent right to work is one of the elemental privileges of a free people. Endowed, as our nation is, with abundant physical resources, and inspired as it should be with the high purpose to make those resources and opportunities available for the enjoyment of all, we approach this problem of reemployment with the real hope of finding a better answer than we have now.
Your stuff can be more powerful than you think. Your stuff can be a resource for change. Donate to Goodwill, where your donations help fund job placement and training for people in your community. Goodwill. Donate stuff, create jobs. Find your nearest donation center at goodwill.org.
Hey, Dr. Phil here. I help people solve difficult and trying personal problems every day on my TV show, but there's one problem that just got me stumped: childhood hunger. Nearly 16 million children in America struggle with it. That's 1 in 5 kids who may not know where their next meal is coming from, despite the fact that there's more than enough healthy, nutritious food out there to feed them all. Now, I don't know about you, but that is unacceptable to me. Luckily, the Feeding America network of good people is out there collecting surplus food and giving hope to hungry children and their families at local food banks all across the country. But let's face it, they can't do it without your help. Join me in supporting Feeding America and your local food bank at feedingamerica.org.
Brought to you by Feeding America and the Ad Council. Together, we can solve hunger. Together, we're feeding America.
We are back to the Burns Center, Grover C. Redford Gymnasium, in that first half, all MNU as they shot 58%, 22 out of 38. Joe, how about the scoring of the first half?
The Vikings only 23 points in the first half. Their leading scorer came up late in the half. Ashley Ward got a couple of baskets there in the second quarter. Ashley rounded up with 6 points in the first half. 5 for Kiana Wharton. Kiana was 3 out of 3 from the free throw line. 4 points for Andressa Augusto. She got both of those early. 3 each for Morgan McSmith and Deidre McCoy. Then 1 basket for Raina Smith, and that was it for the Vikings. On the flip side, Mid-America had 7 different girls score, and all 7 scored at least 4 points, as Megan Balcom led the way with 15 points. She had all 5 of her shots were from beyond the arc. Also in double figures, Jasmine Webb, I have her with 10. Bailey Reinhardt had 8 in the first half. 7 for Natalie Felipe, 6 for Kalisa Weston, 5 points for Ashley Likens, including a 3-point basket, and 4 points for the big girl Tristan Wicks.
And as I don't have my stats right in front of me right now, but I believe the Vikings shot about 25% from the field, and 58% for the Pioneers. So again, they were 22 out of 38, 58%. The Vikings 26%, 8 out of 31. Vikings did not hit a 3, 0 for 6, 8 out of 13. Thank you, Megan Belcom, 5 out of 7 from beyond the arc. And Joe, the Vikings turned it over 15 times. And the rebounds, they were out-rebounded. Well, it was 21-19, so the rebounds were close, but still a pretty good effort by MNU.
Maybe the biggest bright spot for the Vikings, they did hit 7 out of 9 from the free throw line for almost 78%, so good job at the charity stripe. But again, the Vikings only 8 baskets in that first half, 8 out of 31. On the flip side, Mid-America hit 22 field goals. 22 field goals in the first half, 22 out of 38, and 8 out of 13 from beyond the arc. That's phenomenal.
That is phenomenal. We'll take a break. When we come back, we'll take a look at the other games that'll be going on tomorrow on the women's side. That's all coming up in a couple of minutes.
Last night we put on an epic light show.
Yeah, we did.
The crowd loved us. We love the crowd.
Wait, but there were only 4 people out there.
Yeah, but did you see their 4 faces? All 8 of their eyes lit up brighter than ours. And we're fireflies.
Yeah, we are.
Hey, that one girl, she looked like she'd never seen glow-in-the-dark like this before, and we invented glow-in-the-dark.
Yeah, we invented it.
And we're going to be out here every night rocking out our light show at a forest near you.
Woo-hoo!
So come check us out.
Check us out.
And bring your kid, all ages show. Oh, but don't bring any of those glass jars, because they make us kind of nervous.
Yeah, and I'm super claustrophobic.
Whether you're rocking their world or they're rocking yours, some memories never fade. Come alive with the forest. Visit discovertheforest.org to find a forest near you and discover other cool things to do when you go, like fishing, biking, or even camping. Visit discovertheforest.org.
See you later!
Yeah, see you soon.
Brought to you by the U.S. Forest Service and the Ad Council.
Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you.
So today's your 18th birthday. Hey, Bobby, pretty exciting.
Oh, yeah. I've got my whole life ahead of me. School, then a job. I've been waiting for this day forever.
And when will you be registering with Selective Service?
What? Oh, yeah. I don't know. I'll get around to it someday.
Someday?
Yeah, you know, like, whenever I get around to it, like, I don't know.
Well, Bobby, if you don't register with Selective Service within 30 days of your 18th birthday, you can lose out on college loans, job training, and government jobs. And then you'll be, you know, like out of luck.
Bobby, where are you going?
I'm just going to get online for a minute, then I'll be right back.
To register with Selective Service, log on to www.sss.gov or stop by your local post office.
There. Are you happy now?
Very.
All right, let's take a look at the rest of the games that'll be going on tomorrow. Of course, unless we see something just almost unbelievable in the second half, Mid-America will be 17-3 and Vikings 9-11 as they have a 32-point lead right now. But here's the rest of the schedule tomorrow. Evangel will be at Culver. Avila is at Peru. That Evangel at Culver game might be kind of interesting, Joe. I think Culver, they won their game the other night on the road. They were at Avila and won 67-61. So they're trying to stay in that top 5. So that'll be a big home game for them.
Well, that will be. And you mentioned the second game, that Avila-Peru game. That's probably going to be a game to decide which one of those teams gets into the conference tournament.
All right. Also, we have Avila at Peru tomorrow.
That's what I was talking about.
Yeah,
that'll determine. Yeah,
that's big.
One of those teams, whoever wins that game, will probably be in the postseason tournament. The loser probably out in the cold, more than likely.
Benedictine is at William Penn. William Penn, that team that's a game ahead of the Vikings right now. And Benedictine 14-0 at home. They're tough at home, no question about it.
Oh, yeah, they shoot it. Boy, they shot lights out when we went out there a couple of weeks ago, and they play very well there. So I think you'd have to say they're the favorite against William Penn.
Graceland at CMU tomorrow. Well, Graceland 1-18, CMU on top. I have a feeling Mike Davis is going to have his club ready for that one to win the conference.
Yeah, I think so. And you know, Graceland struggled this year, and a nice long trip. But CMU's really played well.
Grandview at Baker. How about that one? Grandview, the only conference team right now that's knocked off CMU.
Well, again, Baker, another team that's very good at home. And, they're, Baker, Benedictine, Culver, those teams you mentioned, even this MidAm team, all fighting for position in the final conference standings. They're bunched right near the top.
So the standings going into play tomorrow: CMU 18-1, Mid-American Nazarene in all likelihood will be 17-3, Benedictine 15-4, Baker 13-6, Culver 12-7, William Penn 10-9, Grandview 9-10 going in. Looks like Valley will be 9-11, Evangel 7-12, Peru 2-17, Avila 2-17, Graceland 1-18. So that Peru, as you said, Peru-Avila game is going to be big to who's going to nail down that 10th spot.
Ken, don't want to look ahead. I mean, this game isn't over yet, but in all likelihood, down by 32 against a very good team. As you said a minute ago, it's going to take a monster comeback here in the second half. Looking ahead, we have Culver here Wednesday night. That's a team, Culver, a very good girls team, one of the teams in the top 5 in the conference. But that's a game, I think, if the Viking ladies play, they could win a game they really have to win.
Yeah. So the Vikings will wrap that up. And again, I believe the first women's play-in game is a week from Tuesday. I think the men play in on Monday, the women on Tuesday. So we'll see where Valley will be there. We'll take a break, and when we come back, I'll tell you a little bit about tomorrow's big event on campus. We'll have a national qualifier as far as wrestling on campus. We'll talk about it next.
Hi, this is Terry Crews, actor, former football player, game show host, father of 5, and all-around big dude. I'm also an expert on drama. I know all kinds of drama. There's the good kind that comes with having a house full of kids. There's the bad kind, like season-ending injuries. There's the necessary kind, like having an agent in Hollywood. And there's silly drama, like the drama around my percolating pectorals. And then there's the drama you can skip.
Skip the drama that comes with not having your high school diploma or equivalency. Find free adult education classes near you and finish your high school diploma. Visit finishyourdiploma.org.
Or text diploma to 97779. Message and data rates may apply. Reply stop to opt out. That's diploma to 97779. And leave the drama to actors like me.
Brought to you by the Dollar General Literacy Foundation and the Ad Council.
Well, the number 2 Missouri Valley College men's wrestling program will host the 2016 NAIA Central National Qualifier tomorrow here at the Burns Athletic Complex. The tournament features 4 nationally ranked programs, the top 2 ranked teams in NAIA, Grandview and Missouri Valley, 32 nationally ranked individuals, and 7 wrestlers ranked number 1 in their respective weight classes. In addition to Missouri Valley, number 1 Grandview, number 15 Dickinson State, North Dakota, number 19 Baker, Benedictine will be here, University of Jamestown, North Dakota, Graceland, Waldorf, and William Penn, both from Iowa, all competing in the regional qualifier. Tournament begins at 9 tomorrow morning here at the Burns Center. Admission prices $10 for adults, $8 for seniors, $5 for students with a valid student ID, and children 8 years of age and under get in free. So that's going to be going on all day tomorrow, and that should be a lot of fun here at the Burns Center. Well, you talked to Dina McCoy. She all right?
Yeah, she said she got hit in the side. I think took an elbow or a hip or something in her knee in the side. But knowing her, both legs would have to be broken before you get her out of the game.
No question about it. We'll take a final break. When we come back, Joe will call the second half. MNU leads at 55-23.
When you were a little kid and you thought about what you wanted to be, teaching was at the top of your list. But things changed. And as you got older, teaching didn't seem like the best option anymore. So you're thinking you'll be something else. Well, what would your 12-year-old self say? Now you want to be a doctor. You don't think teachers save lives? 25 at a time. An actress? Try playing a different role every time the bell rings. How about a scientist? Ever heard of physics? Chemistry? Who do you think teaches that? Teachers today are breaking down obstacles, finding innovative ways to instill old lessons, and taking learning far beyond the four walls of the classroom. It's time to recognize that great things are happening in teaching and put it back on your list. Don't try to convince yourself otherwise. You had it right the first time.
Find out how you can make more at teach.org. Make more. Teach. Brought to you by Teach and the Ad Council.
Well, Joe, the Vikings trail 55-23. You don't go to the locker room and say, hey, just a couple baskets, we're back in the game. You have to take it slow just to get back into the contest. But that's probably not a halftime where you yell and scream a lot. You just say, hey, we've got to do some things better to try to get back into this contest.
I think if I'm coaching, I wasn't a very good coach, but I think if I was there, I'd say, hey, let's try to win the second half. I mean, that's if you can outscore this team any half, you've had a good half. So that's realistically, let's go out and play well, and let's get ready for Culver on Wednesday night. The game isn't over yet, but you just have to come out and take it one possession at a time.
55-23, Megan Balcom, 5 3-pointers to lead the attack. Felipe had 9 points, I mentioned, and Wicks had 4, and Weston had 4. They're just a very balanced team. Vikings will have the ball to start second half, and here's Joe.
All right, Raina Smith, Andressa Augusto, Deidre McCoy, Ashley Ward, and Kiana Wharton, the 5 on the floor that started the game for the Vikings. It's Megan Balcom, Kalisa Weston, Bailey Reinhart, Jasmine Webb, and Tristan Wicks on the floor to start the second half for Mid-America. Now the Vikes get it into Wharton. Kiana spins inside, missed the shot. Now taken away by Ashley Ward. Good hustle by Ashley to keep the possession alive for the Vikings. Now Raina takes it to the right wing, guarded by Balcom. Gets it head of the key to McCoy. Wraparound pass into Kiana. Turnaround jump shot missed. And going to be knocked out of bounds by Deidre McCoy trying to get the offensive rebound. Good couple of good looks by Kiana, but could not get either shot to fall. And that's kind of been the story for the Vikings so far.
Yeah, Kiana with 5 points, only 1 field goal.
All right, MidAm brings it across the timeline. Vikes in a man-to-man defense. Head of the key, it comes to Balcom. Got to stay on her. Raina Smith's got that assignment right now. Good job by Raina. Now Reinhardt gets it down low to Wicks. Wicks goes right at Kiana Wharton. Kiana bangs her on the shot, so Kiana picks up her second foul. That should put Tristan Wicks, the big 6'3" post player from Mid-America. She hails from Marysville, Kansas. She'll be on the line for 2 shots.
John Lewis just now coming back on the floor.
Yeah.
Whoa, it's halftime.
You guys take it a while. Wicks knocks down the first free throw, so she will have. Yeah, I was looking for him a minute ago. I just assumed he was out there by now. But Wicks knocks down the second one, so Tristan buries both free throws. She's 4 for 4 from the line, makes it a 57-23 lead. Raina Smith in the corner, right in front of Coach Tim Dixon. Gets it ahead of the key to Andressa Augusto, the senior out of Sao Paulo, Brazil. Man-to-man by the Lady Pioneers. Now a nice take by Augusto and tried to get it to Ashley Ward on the baseline. Nobody touched it for Mid-America. The Vikes turn it over one more time.
Yeah, they really have struggled with the turnovers in this game.
Hey, look for the pin screen. 57-23. Mid-America jumped on top. The Pioneers led at 32-11 at the end of the first quarter, and they have not looked back. Vikes need to have a good second half here. Get some momentum. Now Balcom in the corner to Reinhardt. Her 3 out of the corner splash, and Bailey Reinhardt knocks down her 3rd triple of the game. And boy, the threes just keep on coming. This team in the first half was 8 from 13 from beyond the arc, make it 9 out of 14 now. McCoy, left wing over to Ward. Ward drives on Reinhardt. Nice take that time by Ashley Ward as she got around Bailey Reinhardt. Ashley put the ball on the deck with the left hand, took it right to the rack, and she'll be on the line for 2 shots as Reinhardt, beaten on defense, draws the foul. Ashley Ward, the leading scorer for the Vikings in the first half, with 6. And there's that bird. You think that's the sound of a Kansas Jayhawk?
No, I think what it is, if you're watching a reality show and they say, if you hear this sound in the jungle, you are in grave danger.
Yeah, we've heard a lot of it tonight. It hadn't hurt the Vikings, though. The Vikings were 7 out of 9 from the free throw line in the first half. Now make it 9 out of 11. We might need to take that guy on the road with us, you know?
I don't know.
In the corner it comes to Weston. Kalisa with a left-hand dribble. Stop and go to the base. Oh, great pass into Wicks. There's the old double team. Vikings double team Weston. She found Wicks right open underneath, and Wicks laid it in. And it's a 62-25 lead for Mid-America. 7 minutes and 49 seconds in the quarter. Augusto outside in the corner to Raina Smith, the senior out of St. Louis. Spins into the middle. There's a jump shot by McCoy. Good. Deidre. That's a three. So Deidre McCoy. Deidre does not hit that many threes, but she buried one that time and give her 6 points in the game. So a good ball movement, good pass by Raina, good three-point shot by Deidre. Now Reinhardt spins to the baseline, hands back out to Wicks, skip all the way over in the other corner. There's a deep three off the right wing. This one missed. That was taken by Weston, rebound by Augusto. Andressa head to Ward, Ashley down the middle, runs into Wicks. Ooh, and Wicks hit the floor hard, and so did Ashley Ward as Ward collided with Wicks, and they're going to call the foul. Call that foul on Balcom, I think. They call that foul on Megan Balcom. Tristan Wicks and Ashley Ward had a big-time collision that time, and somehow out of all that, Megan Balcom got a foul. They say the foul was before the shot, so it'll be Viking ball out of bounds. 7:09 left to play in the third quarter. Raina Smith to inbound, gets it in the corner to Deidre. Deidre goes baseline. I'm blocked out by Tim Dixon right now. There's a deep three by Augusto. This one's short. Good save, though, by Ashley Ward. Ashley jumped out of bounds and saved it. Back to McCoy, and Deidre drives in the middle, and she's going to be fouled. So great hustle that time by Ashley Ward.
Yeah, Ashley really has played hard the last couple of ball games. You recall we lost at Grandview. I think she had a very good game at Grandview that evening. So she's given it all she's got here. Let's see what Deidre can do at the line. The foul was on Felipe, her second.
So Dee will be on the line. Deidre took a good shot, took a shot in the side right near the end of the first half. I thought she was rubbing that side, but she's just tucking in her shirt tail. So Deidre will have two shots right here. First shot by Dee, rolls around and falls in. So Deidre 2 out of 3 from the line, 7 points. She will have one more shot right here.
And Ward comes out. Hortons checks out of the ball game.
Denny, Lindsay Denny in, Alicia Winston, Savannah Inlow, all three into the Viking lineup is McCoy. Second shot, got it. So the Birdman continues to inspire the Vikings at the free throw line. 6:52 left in the quarter, 62-30. It's all Mid-America. Now they're going to call an offensive foul. I think, is that on Deidre? Nope. It's on, looks like it's on, right there, that's a foul on, offensive foul on Webb. That was Jasmine Webb who ran over Deidre McCoy that time. So good job by Dee. Stepping in, it'll be Viking ball. Augusto goes inside. Nice flip shot that time. Andressa Augusto flips it up with the left hand, knocks it down. She's got 6 points. Vikes on a little bit of a run right now. Balcom. Right wing, it comes to Weston. Coach Tim Dixon trying to get his team to play defense. There's a jump shot by Webb. This one pinballs out, but Mawa gets the offensive rebound. Her follow shot won't go, but another offensive rebound, this time by Jasmine Webb. Well, they've done a good job. I don't know how many offensive rebounds they had in the first half. They had 7. Head of the key. Ball movement over to Weston. Now back to Balcom. Balcom fakes a three. Now backs it out beyond the arc. Now Felipe down low to Webb. Up and in. A chance for the three-point play as there was the old give and go as Kalisha Weston found Natalie Felipe cutting to the basket. And Felipe lays it in, draws the foul.
Yeah, they're just a very disciplined team offensively. They didn't panic. They just kind of took what the Vikings gave them, and they worked the shot clock down. They found Webb for the short jumper.
Excuse me, that was Webb, not Felipe, that got the shot. I think Felipe made the pass. So Webb at the line. She has 12 now. She'll have a free throw right here to try to complete the three-point play.
Some of the Viking fans do the bird call.
Webb knocks down the free throw.
Wild Kingdom tonight at the Burns Center.
And they don't have that many fans.
We could just get Marlon Perkins in here. We'd have a show.
Yeah, we would. Now McCoy hands to Winston. And he's going to foul. That's going to come up on Mid-America. I think that was on the drive maybe. And that foul comes up on Whitney Moir. That's her third. Whitney out of Dublin, Ireland. They're going to say that was a 2-shot foul, so that will put Deidre McCoy, and here comes the bird call again.
Oh, my.
I hope you can hear that. We'd hate for you to miss out on that tonight. And the shot by McCoy is good. Boy, the Vikings continue to blister the nets. from the free throw line. They're 12 out of 14, I believe, in the game from the charity stripe.
Yeah, that is big for them. That's kept them in this ball game.
Second shot by Dee. Bang, knocks them both down. So Deidre, she's 5 out of 6 herself. Likes playing pretty well this half. Still, though, it's 65-34 Mid-America. Balcom, deep three, head of the key. Good defense that time, I think, by Augusto. A dresser right in her face. And a nice rebound, Alicia Winston. Here comes McCoy, quickly across the timeline. In low. Corner, Denny. Baseline jumper, Lindsay. Hits the heel and bounces off, but a nice offensive rebound inside by Augusto. Missed it. Another rebound by McCoy, and her shot's going to be blocked. Blocked by Felipe that time.
They do have some height in there, don't they?
Yeah, and they're physical. They play very athletic team. There's a baseline jumper, and that's good. And that shot knocked down on the baseline by Natalie Felipe. She has 9. Timeout on the court. 4 minutes and 55 seconds left in the third quarter. Mid-America led by, where they lead, 30? 32 at halftime. The lead now is 33, so not much has changed.
Yeah, and this is a good ball club. They average 73 a game. They're going to be well over. Well, they're going to be hit that by the end of the quarter, and still 4:55 to go. The Vikings average. Look at this Vikings. Joe, the Vikings score and give up 68.9 points a game.
Right, dead even, huh?
Dead even. But tonight they've already given. They'll be giving up that here probably in the next possession or two. So, been a rough night.
Yeah. Okay, the Vikings on the floor right now. Lindsay Denny, Raina Smith, Savannah Enlow, Deidre McCoy, Alicia Winston. Raina Smith, the only 2 seniors of the bunch. Raina takes it to the left wing, guarded by Weston. Tried to get it inside, tried to get it into McCoy, had it knocked away, but Alicia Winston runs it down in the backcourt.
Good hustle.
McCoy on the left wing, hands back out to Raina. Raina head of the key. 6 seconds on the shot clock. Raina goes to the rack. Shot up off the baseline, no good. And a rebound to Wicks. Ahead to Weston. Here come the Pioneers. Underneath, nice pass, but the layup missed that time. Great pass that time by Weston, but the shot was missed. Missed on the inside that time by Leah Courtney. Savannah Enlow sets the offense for Missouri Valley. Bounce pass right wing, McCoy. McCoy goes around Courtney, now spins into the middle, left her jump shot a little bit short. Good move, but just left the shot short. Felipe down on the baseline to Courtney. Wicks goes right to the middle, missed the shot. Nice rebound, Alicia Winston. Here comes Raina. Tim Dixon out on the floor coaching right now, trying to get this team to play well this second half. You got to give him credit. Raina Smith misses a jump shot. Natalie Felipe gets the rebound for Mid-America. Weston, stop and go dribble with the left hand, picked up by Denny. Now down to the baseline, it comes to Courtney. Weston around a Wicks screen, now gets the ball to the big girl underneath. Wicks up, missed the shot, but she's fouled. And there, again, there was the old-fashioned pick and roll right there, and Tristan Wicks got a good look, draws the 2-shot foul.
And a good job by her. Did not put the ball on the floor where Savannah Enlow could get to it. Savannah fouled her, but she's no match for Wicks at 6'3".
Wicks' first free throw misses. That's her first miss of the night from the stripe. She was a perfect 4 out of 4, or 5 out of 5 coming into that one, but she missed the first one. You gave her 4 out of 4 or 5 out of 5 before that?
The line, she was 4 out of 4.
So she missed that first one. Second shot by Wicks is no good. So this one rolls around the rim, but another offensive rebound, this time by Courtney. Likes it at man-to-man defense. Savannah Enlow right on Kalisha Weston at the head of the key. Likens hands over to Weston. Now down in the corner to Reinhardt. Reinhardt almost lost it. Down to 10 on the shot clock. Good defense by the Vikings this time. Weston around the screen with a left-hand dribble. Deep three off the right wing. This one missed. Good D by the Vikes that time. That shot was missed by Likens. Raina Smith pulls it down. Raina into the paint, throws it up, but she's fouled as Raina and Lindsay Denny both go crashing to the floor for the Vikings, but I think Raina Raina was whacked on the shot. Raina very slow to get up. I think she's going to be on the line for 2 shots, but she and Lindsay Denny hit the floor pretty hard that time.
Viking picks up her 3rd foul.
Now Morgan McSmith gets set to check back in for Missouri Valley. Raina Smith now on her feet, so I'm not sure if Raina got the wind knocked out of her. Looks like maybe she got the wind, limping just a little bit, so hopefully she's okay. She should be on the line for 2 shots if she can shoot.
She's going to limp off. Let's see if she's going to shoot or if Coach Dixon's going to bring Augusto in. Why not? Bring in one of your best free throw shooters. You need somebody to shoot the free throws.
So Andressa Augusto looks like she will check in, and Andressa with 6 points on the game. Somebody's going to be at the line for 2 shots here.
Raina is out.
Hey, Coach Dixon's looking at you. You want to go shoot those shots?
Yeah, I don't know if you want me to go out there this cold. I don't think I can handle it with the bird in the background.
Yeah.
Enlow's going to stay on the floor. She's a good free throw shooter. Morgan McSmith is on the floor. The Vikings have 6 gals on the floor waiting to see who's going to come in to shoot. And
we'll go over and congratulate the bird after the game. Said your chirping has propelled us from the best night from the line that we've had all year.
Time. Okay, Augusto's going to come in, I think, for Raina.
Yeah, Morgan McSmith was at the table. I know she's still there, so she's going to come in for somebody in just a minute, and that's going to put Andressa on the line for 2 shots.
Andressa has 6 points. And now John Lewis wants to know what's going on here in this substitution.
Wants to know, was probably not all that excited about it.
It's probably, it's not anything he's going to get upset about. Leading 67 to 34.
Augusto's first shot good, so good choice by Tim Dixon as Raina Smith drew the foul. Raina was nailed on the play, went to the floor and limped off the floor. Not limped, but kind of walked slowly off the floor. So Andressa Augusto inserted into the lineup to shoot the 2 free throws, knocks down the first one. She'll have one more with 2 minutes and 35 seconds left to play in the 3rd quarter. Second shot by A squared, Andressa Augusto, we call her A squared. She knocks them both down. So good job by the senior from Sao Paulo. Balcom in the corner to Reinhardt, her 3, missed one. Nice rebound that time. Morgan McSmith out of Oregon who's checked into the Viking lineup. Here comes Andressa. Tried to get it back outside to Wharton, knocked away. Good hustle by Julia Vasquez. Now they're going to call that over and back, as I guess Julia had control in the front court. Then the ball trickled over into the back court. That'll be a violation against the Vikings.
Yeah, she was almost able to maintain it, and then the ball got away from her.
MidAm gets it back. 2 minutes and 12 seconds left to play. 67 to 36. The visitors out of Olathe have led this thing from wire to wire and pretty convincingly most of the way. Reinhardt down to Wicks. Wicks into the middle, tried to put it up with the left hand. Nice rebound by Kiana Wharton. Gets it ahead to Andressa. Andressa quickly across the timeline. Vikes will set up against the man-to-man defense. Augusto takes it to the right wing, guarded by Balcom. Back out to Lindsay Denny. Denny thinks about a 3, instead lobs into Kiana. Kiana goes up strong, hit the bottom of the backboard, gets the rebound back, and now loses it out of bounds. But I believe they're going to say it was last touched by one of the Pioneers, so this should be Valley ball. Down under 2 minutes left in the quarter.
Now this will probably be the first game. Well, it's the only game played tonight, of course. And so be interesting to see the scores tomorrow afternoon.
Morgan McSmith, now good pass. Augusto gets it to Wharton. Nice play that time. Andressa Augusto drove the baseline, drew pressure, got the ball to Kiana right in the middle of the lane, and Kiana knocks down the jump shot.
Well, John Lewis may want to play more of these Friday night games, huh?
He might.
The way they're playing tonight.
That's 7 points for Kiana in the game. Balcom, left wing to Weston. Balcom, deep 3, but there's going to be something happen before the shot, and I think that's going to be an offensive foul. That's going to be a foul, I believe, on Webb. As Jasmine Webb sets some kind of an illegal pick, and she picks up her 3rd foul.
And it's the 5th foul of the quarter, so the Vikings will be, let's see, an offensive foul. They're not going to shoot.
Alexis Boyd Lockett, so she's into the Viking lineup. So it's Morgan McSmith, Alexis Boyd Lockett, Julia Vasquez, Kiana Wharton, and Savannah Enlow, the 5 on the floor from Missouri Valley right now. Lockett, left-hand dribble, head of the key to Enlow. Down the right wing to Vasquez, into Kiana. Kiana goes right at the bed. Nice job by Kiana. Kiana that time went right at the big girl Tristan Wicks and banged it off the glass. So Kiana's scored the last 4 points. Now Wicks goes right at Kiana. Now Kiana's going to get whistled for the foul.
Yeah, it looked like she got the ball, but also got her on the shoulder, so that's going to be the call.
So that's going to put Tristan Wicks on the line for 2 shots right now. Now some of the Valley fans start doing the bird call.
They're doing the bird
Didn't
call.
bother Wicks
Didn't
either.
bother
She
her.
knocks down the free throw.
I think she's heard it enough probably at Olathe and on the road that she's kind of used to it.
Yeah. Missed the second one. So Wicks gets 1 out of 2, but Reinhardt tracks down an offensive rebound. 36 seconds left to play in the third quarter. Vikes have made up a little ground here. Now nice drive inside. Shot missed. Missed that time by Weston. Kiana Wharton gets a rebound. Vikings maybe will take the last shot of the quarter. We'll see. 18 seconds left. Vasquez, head of the key to Enlow. Wraparound pass taken away by Wicks.
Another turnover.
9-8 as Balcom gets it across the timeline. Balcom to the right wing. Spins, fires one up at the buzzer and got it. What else do you expect?
That was a 2 that time.
Megan Balcom buries her first 2 of the game, give her 17 points, and we've played 3. Still a 30-point game. The Vikings cut a little bit off of it. I think, 2 or 3 points off that lead, but it's still a 30-point, 70-40 lead at the end of 3 quarters.
Vikings 12 out of 44 now, 27%. And the Pioneers are 26 out of 53, 49%. So they've cooled off just a bit. Good free throw shooting by Valley, 15 out of 17. So that's kind of kept them in the game, shooting some free throws, 88%. 7 out of 12 of the Pioneers. The Vikings 1 out of 9, 11% from beyond the arc, 50%, 9 out of 18. Joe, the Vikings have 19 turnovers, 11 for the Pioneers. And rebounding, Valley actually has a rebounding edge of 32 to 29. Balcom has 17 to lead the way for the Pioneers. McCoy and Horton both with, I have Horton with 9. Or McCoy has 10, Horton has 9. Horton has 10 rebounds.
Well, and really, I think we knew this would be an uphill battle tonight. You don't beat this Mid-America team very often, but I thought, give Mid-America credit, they played very well. I thought the game would be much closer, but Mid-America's come in and just taken care of business. They've shot the ball very well, rebounded well on the offensive end, and they've had a good bounce-back game after that tough loss on Wednesday night.
70-40 as we get set for the fourth quarter. So after tonight, Valley looks like it'll be 9 and 11, and Mid-America's 17 and 3.
Alexis Boyd Lockett, Ashley Ward, Deidre McCoy, Devin Swisegood, the Salisbury product in the lineup for Missouri Valley, and then Morgan McSmith. Deidre McCoy and Ashley Ward, the only 2 starters on the floor right now.
After tonight, 2 games left here Wednesday night against Culver, and then on the road at Avila next Saturday.
Webb guarded by Ward, back to Balcom, D3 by Balcom. This one missed. Ball tipped back out to Balcom. Now they're going to call a foul. I think that's going to be on Reinhardt on the rebound, I believe. I think she went over. Yeah, they call that foul. Reinhardt goes over the back to tip the ball out, but she made contact, so that's her 3rd foul. So Vikes get it back. Just underway here in the fourth quarter.
Well, they said she couldn't get the rebound, tried to bat it back out and was over the back.
Alexis Boyd Lockett out of St. Paul, Minnesota, hands out to Ashley Ward. Ward around a screen. Now Ward down the middle, throws it up inside. Banked it. A little too strong, though, but Morgan McSmith gets the offensive rebound. Gives back out to Dee. McCoy guarded by Felipe. Right wing to Boyd Lockett. Outside to McCoy. Back to Lockett. Now knocked out of bounds by Balcom. As Ken said, we'll be right back here on Wednesday evening. The Culver Stockton Wildcats will come in. The ladies lost up at Canton to Culver Stockton. The men won up there. Now ball taken away. There's another steal, this time by Felipe. Ahead to Reinhardt. Nice take by Reinhardt. Missed the layup. Rebound underneath, though, up and in, and that was Whitney Moa. Moa there to get the offensive rebound. That's her first basket of the game. Extends the lead back to 32. Lockett. Skips it over to McSmith. Morgan, left-hand dribble. Gets it into Swisegood. Devin now back to Lockett. Alexis Boyd Lockett's jump shot off the right side. Nice rebound by McCoy. And Deidre's going to be fouled. So Deidre McCoy somehow slithered into the lane, got inside position, got that offensive rebound, and she will be at the line for 2 shots, because that's the 3rd foul on Whitney Moa.
So the Vikings continue to go to that free throw line. That's been most of their offense tonight.
And Deidre knocks down another one. Boy, they are really doing a job at the lines.
I have 17 out of 19, I believe. Well, check that. 16 out of 18.
Yeah, 16 out of 18.
Not bad.
With the Birdman chirping on every shot.
There you go.
McCoy's second one good. So, boy, Deidre, another good game for her tonight.
Do you think he does that when there's a car passing on I-70? That'd be a long trip to Olathe, wouldn't it?
I would imagine. That's 12 points for McCoy in the game. Wrap around into Webb. Good ball movement. Balcom down low, throws it right by Jasmine Webb, and I think they're saying one of the Vikings touched it last, I believe. So I think it's going to be MidAm ball into their own bucket. 8:19 left in the game. I don't think this one's going to go overtime.
No.
Balcom baseline, fakes, puts it in the air, got it. So Megan Balcom, give her 19 points in the game. She averages 14.3. 8 minutes left.
Coach Dixon still calling out plays. Of course, there's a lot of games left to play this year. A couple of regular season, at least
coaching.
one playoff game.
In a game we need to win on Wednesday night. And there's a 3 by Boyd. Lockett misses. Felipe gets a rebound, hounded by McCoy. Now I think Deidre's going to get charged with a foul. She grabs onto the arm of Natalie Felipe.
Lindsey Denny will check in, and let's see, Ellie Dietz, the 5'5" junior, in for, I believe, the first time for the Pioneers, and Higa comes back in for the Vikings.
Yeah, again, the Vikings trying to win, trying to nail down 6th place in the conference race. Right now, I think they're tied for 7th with Grandview coming into this game, and Grandview's, they got a tie. Can't remember who they're playing. They've got a tough one tomorrow.
Grandview has the tiebreakers. They beat CMU.
There's a deep 3 off the right side by Dietz, missed. And now Lockett and Likens run together, or Mahiga and Likens run together. That's going to be a foul on Ashley Likens. That'll be her 4th, I believe, and so that's only the 3rd team foul this quarter against Mid-America, so it'll be a non-shooting foul with 7 minutes, 28 seconds left to play in the game. I don't think I like the new foul rule.
I'd rather have the 1-on-1.
I think the 1-on-1 is a big part of basketball. Now down to Swisegood. Devin spins into the middle. Got it. Nice move by the junior out of Salisbury. Devin Swisegood got the ball on the low block, spun to the middle of the lane, and knocked down her first bucket of the game. Felipe double team in the corner. There's a 3 out of the corner. This one misses. Was that Dietz that took that one? I think it was. Missed it. Now Higa quickly across. Michele Higa. I think she's out of Hawaii, isn't she? Now Swisegood again. Oh, this one a little bit short. Devin a good look that time, spun to the right side, tried to bank it in, but left it a little bit short. Now Balcom. You got any big plans? We got a Saturday off tomorrow. Kind of an unusual occurrence.
Yeah. Remodeling the basement.
Oh, boy.
My day's planned.
You'd like to have a game, wouldn't you?
My day is planned.
Now Balcom, jumper. Missed this one, but Felipe runs it down in the corner. Offensive rebound for MidAm. Now they'll reset the offense. Just over six minutes left in the game. Morgan McSmith.
Yeah,
now Morgan McSmith whacks onto the back of Megan Balcom, so that'll be Morgan's first foul. And it looks like 3 new players coming back in for Mid-America. Lindsey Johnson checks into the lineup for the first time. She's a freshman out of Paola, Kansas. For the Vikings, it's McSmith, Ward, Denny, Swisegood, and Michelet Higa. Dietz, head of the key to Johnson. Lob pass into Wicks. Wicks goes around Swisegood, try to go up, hit the bottom of the backboard, rebound to Ward. Here comes Ashley. You know she's going to the rack with it, and she's going to be offensive foul. There's a nice job that time by Lindsey Johnson as she stepped into the path of Ashley Ward, and Ashley picks up a charging foul, and I think that's her first foul.
Yeah, that is her first foul, and that's team foul
second.
number
Say that's her second. Okay.
Team foul number 3.
I tell you, though, I like the way Ashley Ward's been taking the ball to the basket very aggressively these last few games. To play this one out, 5.5 minutes left to play. Weston, nice job that time. I think Morgan McSmith got a piece of that. Tipped it to Lindsey Denny. Now Higa on the side to Ward. Ward lobs into Swisegood. Devin in the middle, flipped it up, got it. So Devin Swisegood, the Salisbury product, has scored the last 2 baskets for Missouri Valley. Good to see her getting the scoring column. Now Wicks wide open underneath, lays it in.
They just have not had an answer for Wicks, and she's just been able to get that low block whenever she's wanted to. She's in double figures. I have her now with 11.
Now she'll come out. Whitney Moa, the freshman out of Dublin, Ireland, checks into the lineup.
5:06 to go, 30-point game. It's really been a 30-point game since about midway through the second quarter.
I tell you, Mid-America, what did they shoot in the first quarter? They were like 60% or something like that. Yeah,
it really just.
And that first quarter really set the stage for the entire game. 32-11. Yeah, at the end of the quarter. Boyd Lockett gives to Swisegood, gets it back outside. Now right wing it comes to Lindsey Denny, the junior out of Everton. Gets it down low to Ward. Ward spins inside and draws a foul. So a nice spin move on the baseline that time by Ashley Ward. And that foul comes up, I believe, on Lindsey Johnson. And that'll put Ashley Ward on the line for 2 shots. Ashley 4 out of 4, make it 5 out of 5 from the stripe. So the torrid free throw shooting by the Vikings. And I said torrid, very hot free throw shooting continues. And Ward knocks down both. She's 6 out of 6. She's in double figures with 10 points.
Vikings have only missed 2.
Now Mawa gets loose down low and goes up. It's going to be fouled, I think, by Swisegood.
Well, that's what this team does. I don't care what the score is. When they get that ball in, they race down court, try to get the easy shot. And that time Mawa beat the Vikings down court.
Whitney Moa, good-sized girl. She stands 6'3". Again, she's a freshman. First shot is good. So Moa, that's her 3rd point of the game. She'll have one more here. Second shot by the freshman is perfect. So Moa knocks them both down, give her 4 in the game. 4.5 minutes left to play here from the Burns Athletic Complex, Grover C. Redford Gymnasium. And now Lindsey Johnson. Lindsey's doing what I used to do. If I got in the game late, I'd try to get as many fouls as I could. Then it looks like, boy, he played a lot. See that box score, man, he got 3 fouls. He must have played a lot.
And that's the 15th foul.
And that's going to put Ashley Ward on the line for 2 more shots. First one good. Wow. Boy, Ashley doing the job from the line is this entire Vikes. I don't want to jinx them. Why not? Hey, they haven't missed a free throw in the second half.
Tremendous free throw shooter. She's in double figures now with 11.
Ward will have one more here. They still haven't missed one in the second half. I've got them 14 of 14 from the second half, 21 out of 23 for the game.
Yeah, I mean that's
with the bird call right in their face.
Over 90% now free throw line.
Head of the key now, deep 3 by Leah Courtney. Good defense by Lindsey Denny. Lindsey altered that shot. Now Weston. Great pass by Weston. The shot missed by Courtney. That was a great wraparound pass by Lakeisha Weston.
She was wide open.
No basket. Lockett sets the offense. Alexis Boyd tried to get it into Lindsey Denny. Lindsey hits the deck. Now here comes Weston all by herself. Laid it up and fouled. So Kalisha Weston, as they've done several times, gets ahead of the pack and lays it in, give her 8 points in the game, and she'll have a chance right now to complete the three-point play, makes it an 80-50 game with just under 4 minutes left to play.
This team scored over 100 last Saturday, didn't I? Can't remember who they played last Saturday, but they had a
I think they
big
played Graceland, I think. Yeah. And Weston knocks down the free throw, so
a big night for him here.
She completes the three-point play, but they only scored 59 on Wednesday night against Central Methodist. Morgan McSmith, wraparound, now threw it away, taken away by Johnson. Long pass to a wide open Courtney underneath, and Courtney lays it in. Boy, this team does, Ken. They really get down the floor. All 5 girls just sprint down the floor, and they're tough to stop. Timeout on the floor, 3 minutes and 27 seconds left. 83-50, it's all Mid-America.
All Mid-America, and wow, the Vikings free throw shooting, keeping them in this game. And don't forget, we'll take about a 15-minute break, and then the men's contest will get underway. And every time Mid-America and the Vikings get together, who knows, 1, 2, 3, 4 overtimes? You never know.
We've had several here. And who's the one young man on Mid-America that normally shoots his best against Missouri Valley?
Brubaker?
Yep, Cale Brubaker.
Yep, Cale Brubaker.
One was the last year. Rocky Lamar said, well, I thought I might start him a game. He hadn't played that much, and he scored like 23 points against him.
6-foot senior, averages about 3 points a game, if that. And against the Vikings, he always has huge, huge contests. So we'll get you ready for that game. That should be a lot of fun tonight. Can't get used to this Friday night college basketball.
I kind of like having a Saturday free.
Be nice.
My wife really likes me having a Saturday free.
Yeah. I'll be the gopher tomorrow. The boys are remodeling the basement. Now you go get this, you go get this.
If I was not occupied, I'd come help you.
Sure you would.
If I'm not there by 9:30, you go ahead and start without me.
I'm sure you would.
Boyd Lockett down to Swisegood. Devin has 4 points. Back out to Lindsey Denny. Julia Vasquez. Julia launches a three. This one missed. You know, Ken, the Vikings have hit only one 3-point shot tonight. That by Deidre McCoy.
I think they're like 1 out of 11.
Yeah, one, and that's very unusual. Usually Augusto or Vasquez or Enlow, somebody knocks down a couple or three. 3:03 left to play. Lockett guarded by Dietz. Hands outside to Denny. Denny to Morgan McSmith. Morgan out of Sherwood, Oregon. Right wing to Lockett. Here comes Denny around a pick beyond the arc. Now Denny drives inside. Lindsay puts up about a 5-footer. Rolls off the back of the rim. Rebound Mawah.
Joe, the Vikes are 1 out of 12, 8% from beyond the arc.
Very uncharacteristic. Johnson guarded by Vasquez. Out to Dietz. Dietz launches a three. Why not? Ellie Dietz gets into the scoring parade as she knocks down a triple. It makes it an 86-50 game. 2 minutes and 20 seconds left to play.
I'll tell you what, Coach Dixon is working hard. Another turnover.
Now steal. Dietz gets a steal.
24 turnovers.
Now Alexis Boyd Lockett steps in and gets a steal, and she's going to be fouled by Leah Courtney. So that should put Alexis Boyd Lockett on the line for 2 shots right now.
2:06 to go, 86-50. It's all MNU, and I tell you, they came out smoking. 32-11 in the first quarter and never looked back.
I've got them with 10 3-point baskets. Alexis Boyd Lockett knocks down a free throw. Man, the Vikes are smoking from the free throw line.
22 out of 24.
One more for the St. Paul product. Gets them both, so I know that's great job by the Vikings from the stripe. We're going to take the Birdman on the road with us. I made that decision.
You can take him. I'll come in a different car. I'll meet you there.
We'll put him on the bus.
I'll meet you there.
There's a three by Likens. Good. There's another three as Ashley Likens buries one. I think that's the 11th. I think that's the 11th three by MidAm tonight.
11 out of 23 now, and that's about 47%. And they're shooting 49%. The Vikings only 27%.
Michelet Higa back in the Valley lineup. the young gal from Hawaii. Does it say where she's from in Hawaii?
I think so, but I can't pronounce it.
Yeah, Aiaia or Iaia or something. I don't know.
Yeah.
Never. I know I've never been there.
Never been to that place.
Now Higa goes to the baseline. Back outside to Denny. Hands to McSmith. Now the ball goes out of bounds off the hands of Alexis Boyd Lockett right in front of the Viking bench. Down under a minute and a half, 1:28 left to play.
Well, same kind of game. I thought I saw the stats. I thought, oh, surely the Vikings can't turn it over 26 times again, and they have 25 right now. So that same kind of game.
Well, for the second time, looks like the Vikes going to be held under 60 by this MidAm defense. Now a pass inside to Likens. They're going to say basket and one is a nice pass as Whitney Mois got the ball inside to Ashley Likens. Likens lays it off the glass. And at over 90, at 91 points, she'll have one shot here.
So they'll be 17-3.
Likens shot, no good. Nice rebound, Devin Swisegood for the Vikings. Yeah, Tim's working hard on the sideline. He has not given up a bit, has he?
Nope.
Outside to Denny. Lindsay lobs, low block, Swisegood back to Higa. Now Devin gets it back. Devin puts up a baseline jumper, had it blocked. That shot was blocked that time by Courtney. Now almost a steal is Higa and Denny. Higa and Denny double team Ellie Dietz, but they say one of those two girls touched it last. So down under a minute, 49 seconds left to play.
On the men's game, Rocky's going for his
112 in a row.
699th win.
Let's hope he gets it next week.
Next week. Gets it Wednesday.
Gets it next week. Now inside to Likens. Likens up and in. We do not want him to get it tonight. Let's get it next week.
41-point lead now. 93-52.
30 seconds left. Lockett, Swisegood, Denny, Higa, and Morgan McSmith on the floor. There's a jump shot by Michelet Higa. And Michelet knocks down a left-hand jumper, so she breaks into the scoring column. Nice shot by the young lady from Hawaii. 16 seconds to go. Mid-America, no hurry to do anything right now except get this one over with. 9, 8. Now they're going to let Ellie Dietz dribble it out. It's going to come to an end. Mid-America, great bounce-back win for them after that tough loss on Wednesday night to Central Methodist. They come into Marshall and beat the Vikings 93-54.
We'll be back over the scoring and talk to the coach in just a moment.
Attention men under the age of 35. You know what really impresses the ladies? When a guy has a few drinks and later gets pulled over for buzz driving. That could cost you around $10,000 in fines, legal fees, and increased insurance rates. There goes let's grab dinner and a movie. Oh, I know. You drive more carefully when you're buzzed. You've proven that hundreds of times. A woman admires that kind of confidence. And you've practiced how to speak if a cop does pull you over. Slowly, clearly, and politely like, "Good evening, officer." A woman admires that kind of foresight. And what woman doesn't find it adorable that you call it buzzed even though the law calls it drunk? You could kiss $10,000 goodbye, along with any chance of having a girlfriend. Because nothing says, "I'm a catch," more than a guy who lives in his parents' basement and calls it my place.
Buzzed, busted, and broke. Because buzz driving is drunk driving. A message from the National Highway Traffic Safety Administration and the Ad Council.
We are back to the Burns Center, and Tim Dixon joins us for just a couple moments. And Coach, I tell you what, they rolled off to a start 32-11 and never looked back. It was just their night, wasn't it?
Yeah, I mean, that's why they're the 5th-ranked team in the country, and they played really well. And, you know, I mean, I in the timeout at the end of the first, I just said, hey, listen, there's nothing we can do. They just scored 32 points on you, so figure out how to play defense and let's do better. And I think from that point on, we did a little bit better, but, you know, that's why they're in the top 5, and we have to make a goal to reach that type of talent level and get to that point. So, we're on our way, and hopefully we'll get it here in the next couple of years or so. But they deserve it. They played hard, and you know, credit to our kids. We kept fighting the whole game.
Yeah, no question about that. Y'all kept fighting, but again, the ball just didn't go in the basket either. Give them some credit for that. But 28% and only 1 out of 12 from beyond the arc. We always shoot better than that.
Yeah, that's what we shot.
1 out of 12 from beyond the arc, and 28% for the game, 15 out of 54, and 1 out of 12 from beyond 3. So
yeah, I mean, we're a better shooting team than that, and so, you know, it is what it is, and a lot of it has to do with ball pressure and their defense, and we had some point-blank shots, too, that we missed underneath that we normally don't miss. So, you know, chalk it up to one of those shooting nights that we didn't do very well, and they did. And, again, that's why they're 5th ranked in the nation.
Coach, kind of unusual to play a Friday night game, but because of the rest of tomorrow, so you get an extra day. And big week next week, isn't it? Culver's right here next Wednesday, so you're going to mark that game. That's going to be a big one for you.
Yeah, it's a game we need. It's not a must-win for us, but I think if we can get that one, we'll really position ourselves very, very well and lock up 6th place probably early. Not sure what the scores are today. Not that it matters. I think we have a great advantage over some of the teams that we've already played and beaten. So, you know, I'm excited, you know, but here's the thing, like I said earlier, I just don't want to have a 3-game losing streak going into playoffs, or a 2-game losing streak. I want to win next Wednesday, and I want to win Saturday, so kids can feel good about what we're doing, and we can come in and be dangerous wherever we go on the road.
All right, Coach, we'll talk to you Wednesday.
Appreciate it, guys.
Thanks for coming by, you bet. Final score again tonight, 93-54, and quickly, the scoring for the Vikings are 54. Ashley Ward had 12, and Deidre McCoy had 12 to lead the way. Boyd Lockett had 2. Higa had a couple, 8 for Andressa Augusto, 3 for Morgan McSmith. Raina Smith had 2, 9 for Horton. Swisegood had 4 for the total of 54. For the Pioneers, their leading scorer, Megan Balcom, had 19, 5 out of 9 from beyond the arc, shot 50%. Felipe had 14, Webb had 10, 12 for Likens, Wicks had 11, 11 for Reinhardt, Courtney had a couple. Let's see who else. Moa had 2 points, and I think that's it. Dietz came in and she hit a 3 as well. Vikings only shot 28%, only 8% from beyond the arc, 1 out of 12. However, the bright spot, 23 out of 25. They shot 92% from the free throw line. Mid-America, on the other hand, 51%, 36 out of 70, 11 out of 23 from beyond the arc. So, Joe, it's just that kind of a night for the Vikings.
Yeah, you know, we got off to a slow start. They jumped out hot, and the game was basically over at the end of the first quarter.
Yeah,
they played. Give them credit. They played well. I mean, the Vikings a little sluggish, but give Mid-America credit. They really played a good game. But hey, let's get this one out of our system. Culver Stockton on Wednesday night. That's a game we really need to win if we want to keep taking a look at that 6th place finish in the conference standing.
All right, again, no other games to check on tonight. They'll all be played tomorrow. Thanks for joining us for Game 1. Joe and I are going to get you ready. We'll be back in about 15 minutes on mobile.edu with game number 2, the Pioneers and the Vikings, coming up 15 minutes.